All right, video 5. Let's go back to Rahu. Here we go. Movie Apocalypto, rather. A very good movie. Movie Apocalypto. The TV show Heroes. Here is a good, very good, one I found recently, a very good depiction of an eclipse. I like this image. This image right here is one other one selected. And this one here. Imagine this moment when you look up as a shadow is coming across the sky and you see this dark spot just eating up the sun. And you see a shadow grow over the sun, the bright sun, and you question yourself as you question an unlikely event as an eclipse, where everything is surreal in shadow. Rahu is that, but continuously within you. It's only defined by its placement in your natal chart. Let's just check this as a natal chart. Like this one here, it's here. Let's just choose another one. Here's another date. Rahu is going to be, let's see, there it is in Leo. Okay, this one's in Leo on this date, 8th of May 1998. This is where it was here. Here's another date. This is the future. Let's go to the past, 1962. Here it is in, no, this side. It is in Cancer. So it does move. Wherever your birth sign is. Okay, wherever your natal chart, the day that you were born, wherever it lays in the day that you were born, it defines. You are guided, you are influenced by Rahu from where it's at. It's only defined by its placement in your natal chart, your zodiac at birth. Rahu gives you everything it wants you to know, which you see as everything you want to know or eat or feel or do. But it is always based on where it is in your chart. And I will go over that to be explored later. It's always consuming. It's concentrated once. It's concentrated materialism. Concentrated materialization, but not the way you want it, or not the way you expect it. This is how Rahu never gets enough, because it's never done toying with you. It never gets enough, even when fed to stop. It maintains pressure on you until you see that it is pressure, and you wonder why it keeps coming, why the pressure keeps coming. It never gives you results that you wanted. But it's also never a waste of time. It's not there to be your nemesis. It has a reason for being. It has a reason for being, which is to break down something inside you. But that will be explained later. I've said too much already on that. And though it is not directly over the sun, let's see. Let's pause this real quick. I said it's not going to. Let's just explore it. We'll explore it a little bit now. Which is to break down something inside you. So here, at this, we'll go a different chart. We'll go to the 1998 one and see if we can find it. Right here, 1998. Okay, here's Rahu. So here, the moon had come underneath and had crossed here at this point. But the sun is here, and the moon is here. So they came across the projected path, and now it's here. So now, this Rahu here, he's in Leo. This is the king. You have fixed ideas. This is fixed fire. So you are the king here. This is the royal seat of someone's personality. And here you are fixated on knowing what you know. People say this one here, the saying of Leo is to tell you the truth, I'll just say what I think it is. That is, I say, or I said. He sits here, he sets the rules, he said. The rules say it, so he sits and says, you didn't do the rules, I said this is what you do. This is their idea, their consciousness is set on being fixed. What they said, they want done. That's what the basic idea of what Rahu would do in this spot. In here, it's I'm going to do something to help someone. In here, it's about listening to both sides of the story. In here, it's about changing something. In here, it's about teaching something. In here, it's about just doing something. In here, it's about knowing again, but for more about opening up for more people. Here, it's about you're a little lost. Here, it's no matter what, I'm gonna try to do something. Here, it's about saving. Here, it's about communicating, trying things out, exploring. Here, it's about feeling, and back here, it's about what I say. So that's just a very broad introduction to that. So, bearings. All right, let's go to Stellarium. So, although it won't be directly over the sun, Rahu, astrologically speaking, none of these planets pass regularly and touch each other directly, because the planets cross over the ecliptic path. Each planet does this. Mercury does it here and here at this time. Venus does it back here, crossing the ecliptic, and see how it's actually high over the ecliptic. Sometimes their altitude changes. It can be in the same spot below it. It can be this far down. Saturn as well. Saturn just happens to be here between Sagittarius and Capricorn. This is its cross point to the ecliptic at this point. This is where it's actually below the ecliptic. All right? Because the planets cross over the ecliptic of the sun in their own way, so that sometimes the planet is above the ecliptic line, sometimes below it. So any planet that seems on this diagram to line on this diagram to line up only means it's on the same degree of the sun's path. It's on the same degree, just positive or negative, but not necessarily touching visually. Just so long as they are in the same sign or within the 30-degree allotment of each 12 signs, or lots. When I say allotment, it could be lots as well. Sun and moon, like the stellarium. Let me check the time. All right. Sun and moon will skirt past each other as a partial eclipse. I'll go back a little bit so we see the time right here. As a new moon with Mercury combust. Mercury is combust, which means the sun glare is even if no atmosphere, the sun would be so bright here you couldn't see Mercury. That means it's combust. Venus is also combust. It's bright, but it would still be overtaken by the light of the sun. Neptune is also combust, even though it's pause for a second. All right, let's continue. Saturn is on this day is actually just going to enter Pisces. As you see here, Saturn is actually in Aquarius at this moment, however, on the moment of the eclipse. However, on this day, we will go forward 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, and we'll go forward. Within 6 hours, it will be in Pisces officially, according to the official, this here, Lahiri, the Lahiri measure of the planets, of the planetary positions. It'll just be in Pisces. So the eclipse and the new moon will still be happening on that same day, March 29th, 2025. I just had it right as Saturn was coming in. So Saturn, in the changing of the signs, is going to be insensitive, leaving his home of Aquarius, which he has been in for a long time, his undivided house between Aquarius and Capricorn. And he won't be back in his house until March 6th of 2049. That's when he'll be back at 0 degrees in Capricorn. But as of right now, he has just left it, so he is insensitive. Saturn and Rahu are in the same area of Pisces. They're almost touching. Okay, back to March 29th in Greenwich, UK. The important thing that's going to happen on this day is not the fact that it's going to happen at Greenwich. It's when it's going to happen at dawn. At dawn, because at dawn at 6:50 in the morning, that's when the sun crosses the ascending line, the horizon. Okay, that will be here. We'll show it on here. New York City. Okay. We'll go back to 6:50. All right. And we'll look at where we're at. Right here. The eclipse on the East Coast is going to happen right on the horizon. That is rare. For it to be New York, the East Coast. From Boston to Miami and DC, that is rare. Very rare. And look at that. 2 eyeballs. And the right is the sun, the left is the moon. How appropriate is that? The right is the sun, the left is the moon. How appropriate is that? I just saw that. Wow. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now and continue on the next video.